up and I turn my traction control off. We are all ready to start our day. You can now turn your hazards out. Mike's jumping in the lead vehicle. You guys are going to follow along. Figure about 2 to 3 Bronco lengths in between each vehicle for dispersion. And don't bunch up, okay? You should be looking at trail. The first part of the day is going to go very slow. It's going to be like a Disney ride, actually.
Hello.
In front of your left knee, push that paddle to the forward position, deleting that red brake light on your dash. It's like a claw-like grab from the top. We're pulling it in drive and making a right-hand turn onto the main road.
Drive.
And Robert is going to practice his shuffle steering, no hand over hand. He's going to pull down with his right hand, push up with his left. On some tight corners, it is going to feel and look rushed, okay? Just do it, build the reps, and then your muscle memory will kick in. You'll be doing this through traffic without thought. We're going to make a right-hand turn at the bathrooms here, and we're all going to shuffle turn around that, shuffle steer. And we're going to practice being feather-footed. This is like ballet out here, kids, so you got to be light on your feet. So just enough gas, just enough brake. Always keep the band together unless you're my tail gunner. Always have a Bronco behind you, even in when we pick up the pace a little bit, okay? You're going to have to slow down for some of the slower folks, and some of you are going to have to find that skinny pedal on the right to keep up with the faster ones. Bronco 1's making that right-hand turn now. Shuffle steering's looking 100%. We're going to give it a little bit more gas, and we're going to pick up the pace a little bit. There's power lines next to it. Boom, check out the big brain on that guy.
Whee! Cậu Duyên đi. Bên hơi.
So when we get to the top of this hill, you'll see the old Boy Scout chapel to your passenger side of the vehicle. That is where they have their Sunday services. And just further to the left of that building, you will see some USGS telescopes. They are mapping the stars from this location as well. Bronco 1's making that right-hand turn on the power line trail now. Tail gunners, let me know when you're caught up with the group. I think we're all adults here. You can come up with your own colorful call sign if you feel the need. And when we come to a stop like this, like the old 70s disco song says, pull up to my bumper, baby. Pull right up to my bumper. We want to keep it nice and tight when we are static. okay, there is a square button in the center of that go mode dial. And on that button is one of two icons, okay? If you have an icon that has a speedometer on it, you are in a 4-cylinder. If you do not have a speedometer, you are in a 6-cylinder. And if you are in the 6, you have 3 technologies layered underneath that button. Think of it like a 3-layered onion. If you are in the 4-cylinder and you're looking at a speedometer, you have 2 out of the 3, and you are going to miss this first little bit of tech. So if you're looking at a speedometer, we're going to do the technique that the technology is emulating. Okay, it's called left foot braking. It's that simple. You're going to use your left foot on the brake, your right foot on the gas. You're going to find rocks and ruts, okay? You're going to stop perfectly on top of those rocks and perfectly in the bottoms of those ruts using your left foot, using your right foot for gas. The rest of you have what's called one-pedal drive. Everybody, no matter what icon you're looking at, press that button and look at your dash. So, Bronco 1 is in an Everglades. We are in a 2.3 liter 4-cylinder, and we don't have one pedal. What we saw was in a message that says, we're about to get into trail control, We're just going to ignore that, and we're going to left foot brake up this next trail. Now, if you're looking at a green foot above your speedometer, you are in what I call golf cart mode, okay? One pedal drive is like driving a Tesla or a golf cart. You are on the gas, moving forward. You are off the gas. It applies the brakes for you. You're all going to do the same thing. You're going to find the peaks of rocks in your tire path. Don't go off trail to find a rock. And also ruts. You're going to stop either lifting off of the gas or using your left foot, depending on whether you're using technique or technology. Any questions? You're just using your right foot, on gas, off gas. That's all you have to do. 2 to 3 Bronco lengths in between each. Onward.
你明唔明啊？
One drive pedal 即係
唔係你總之就係左腳喺 brake 啦。
左腳嘅 brake。
如果要踩 brake 就踩用左腳。等佢遠啲。嗰3個車神。
We are driving for comfort, so drive slow enough that you can feel your front tires just kiss these rocks. You're going to roll onto the gas to get on top and roll off the gas and apply the brake or allow the brake to be applied for you. But you have to go slow enough to feel the rocks underneath the front tires.
哦，佢自己行喎。
We are also treading lightly today, kids, and that means that we're going to leave the trails better than we found them. That doesn't just have to do with picking up trash, it also has to do with just staying on trail. So people avoiding otherwise manageable obstacles will erode my trail left or right, and that's when the Bureau of Land Management comes in and shuts down trails. So there's plenty of obstacles in your tire path to deal with, kids.
呢個 one drive pedal，就係你鬆個 brake，佢會自己行，佢會慢慢咁樣行，但係你唔使俾油嘅，你唔使俾油佢都會自己行。
個隔遠少少喎，等你要睇到路，唔得淨係睇住佢嘅路。呢度有好多石。OK， 慢慢。
trail is going to get a little bit more technical at the end, and you'll know it when you see a Yeti crossing sign. Sasquatch crossing sign means two things. It means either an obstacle or more technical section of this trail, or you might be in Squatch country, so keep your head on the swivel.
车吗？
有。
So Bronco 1 spun some tires, and we got momentumly challenged. Okay, you're never stuck in a Ford Bronco, just momentumly challenged. We just added a rear locker. That is the button on your hero panel with a padlock on your rear axle. The button with the padlock on your front axle is your front locking differential, and we would add that if adding the rear did not do everything we needed it to do.
而家咁，
好好。
哦
rear lock
呢個係 front 啦，係咪啊？
front lock
佢話用 rear
係唔係唔知喎，死啊！緣分啲。
On everybody. Tail gunners, let me know when you are stopped with the group.
過埋呢度。唔得。呢度難。
食咗喺嗰度。冇咗啦，所以就冇啱先佢嗰個情況，食咗胎喺嗰邊。
或者個碌落嗰啲大石嗰個。
嗯。 聽俾有歌就係㗎啦，佢幫你搞掂。
Steering wheel. See how you have a set plus and a set minus button? Kind of how you use for cruise control? Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to use cruise control for the trail. It is called, you guessed it, trail control. So foot hard on the brake, start pressing the set plus button, and green numbers will grow on your dash screen. Let's start out as a baseline, 4.5. We have just set the vehicle to do 4.5 miles per hour. Now this is a baseline, okay? You kids really did get lucky today. You're with Mike, and Mike is a choose-your-own-adventure kind of guy, okay? How do we know we've been there before unless we've gone there before? So 4.5 is a baseline. I want you to calibrate your speed for comfort, okay? So I want you to get up to the maximum cruising speed, and once you start to see bobbleheads in the passenger seat and your wife is banging her knee on the door, I want you to drop it down a half a mile per hour or 2. Watch this now. Robert's going to grab onto his wheel, and Robert's going to lift off of his brake, and away we go like a teacup ride. Now, line choice is also comfort dependent, so, you know, if you want to be comfortable, it's speed and line choice, okay? We're doing 4.5, feels super comfy, and you guys are clear to release that brake when you have enough real estate in front of your Bronco.
Go cruise control.
Cruise control 4.5.
Yeah.
So when would you use this technology, Mike? Well, I have a wife who's very apprehensive about getting behind the wheel on long off-road trips, so Mike is doing most of the driving, and by the end of the day, I'm kind of tired. Mike also hunts, so in those early recon weeks, months, I am out here in a Bronco just kind of doing this, looking around, looking for those mule deer, looking for those elk, looking for those mountain lion, and my favorite, the chucker bird. But the best reason to use this technology was given to me by a guest just like yourselves. And she said, Mike, I would use this on the beach cruising, looking around, looking at all the hot guys and gals, looking for a spot to put down your towel